Good afternoon. This is November 30th, 2024. On Through an Orthodox Christian Lens, I will be discussing BRICS, US dollar, Trump's comments on this, and exceptionalism. Okay? That the US is an exceptional country. Exceptionalism. Okay. First off, I'm going to read you what Trump said on his Truth Social this afternoon. Or I think it was this afternoon. Let's see. All right. Yeah, 5 hours ago. He says, the idea that the BRICS countries are trying to move away from the dollar while we stand by and watch is over. We require a commitment from these countries that they will never create a new BRICS currency or back any other currency to replace the mighty US dollar, or they will face 100% tariffs and should expect to say goodbye to selling into the wonderful U.S. economy. They can go find another sucker. There is no chance that the BRICS will replace the U.S. dollar in international trade, and any country that tries should wave goodbye to America. Now, I will say, this is not out of the ordinary for President Trump, Donald Trump, to speak this way. That's how he speaks. Overall, and especially regarding other countries, he wants to be strong. He wants to make a point. Leadership is fine, but humbleness is important as well. Humbleness, humility is a good trait to have. And so I will say that I found his words rather over the top. Meaning, my first thought was, well, these people have a right, these other countries have a right to create their own currency and invite other countries if they'd like to join, because let's not forget the U.S. policy over the years, okay? They haven't exactly been, especially the past 24 years, they haven't exactly been very friendly to others. Our policy was always somewhat of a demanding thing where you have to buy through U.S. dollars. The reason why BRICS was started because of our harsh policies and our sanctions and our punishing of other countries if they didn't do what we wanted them to do. And, that's not how a country who was, I'm not sure if it is now, but the most powerful country in the world should be a more giving, a more, peace through strength, showing that, yes, by example, doing good things by example. And so, yes, I understand that the dollar is dwindling and our economy will basically, what I was told by listening to economists, that our economy will basically crash if the dollar becomes not worth anything. But still, the BRICS countries, that would be Brazil, Russia, Iran, China, South Korea, and others that have joined, have every right to do what's best for their people. What's best for their people, not what's best for us. Just as Donald Trump wants to make America first. Well, all these countries want to make all their countries' leaders want to make their country first. So they're going to say, okay, what's best for my people? That is just how it is, in a real world. We share a planet, and we should all try to get along and trade well. I'm not against tariffs or anything like that. But I think that him demanding that every country fall in line and stay with the dollar, if they've made the decision not to, you have to respect that and find an alternative way to deal with that. His may be tariffs, okay? As long as they can do what they want to do, what's best for their countries. You want to do tariffs if you think that's going to help? Okay. There were some people that were suggesting going back to the U.S. going back to the gold standard, and I thought that was a pretty good idea. I thought, that's a good thing. I mean, China has gold too, but I think that would be a good move as we see where the dollar has been going. This reminds me of people complaining over this past several years about China taking, buying up land here and doing all this. China has, makes all these items for us. Well, you can go back to George W. Bush and thank him for that, or say, well, he's the culprit because he's the one that started sending everything over to China, including our steel and, all these manufacturing things that we had here. And so, yeah, China, you get cheap labor, and some of it's even slave labor. And, that's why I'm all for what Trump says to bring manufacturing back home. This will help. That's the main thing. If we're going to concentrate on our own country, we should be doing what he had said. I do agree with him on that. Work on the manufacturing jobs. Work on opening businesses here and creating jobs here through what he's been saying. Tariffs and manufacturing jobs coming back and, fair trade. Because it looks like we take in more than any other country. I mean, by a lot. It was like $400 and some $1,000 worth of products that comes into us that we import in. And then the next one down is, I forget, might have been China or another country, only take $22,000 worth from us. So yes, it's very lopsided there. So I can see why President Trump doesn't find that fair, which that's true. I mean, that's pretty obvious. So my issue is you don't need to say it in such a way that you're demanding that they take the dollar. If they don't want to take it, they're not going to take it. If you do, maybe that's his strategy, is that he always goes to this hardcore, this very strong, hardcore way of speaking to somebody, and then he'll make a deal. I heard that today, actually, on the news, that perhaps that's how he does business, okay? And maybe, probably the countries know this by now, or because he was in office before, I don't know. So maybe they won't think that much of it. They'll just say, oh, that's, Trump being Trump. That's just how he is, which is fine. So I'm just saying, we'll see. I don't think they're going to I don't think they're really going to care that much at the BRICS countries and those that have signed on as well. So the gold standard might be that alternative that'll be best to do for us. So that was what I mainly wanted to talk about. And the other thing I wanted to talk about, as I said at the beginning, was this country's exceptionalism. There are some exceptional things that the people in this country have done over its existence, and that should be lauded. That's really good. But there's also many wonderful inventions, creations that have been done in other countries as well. And God does not look, does not favor one country over the other. He doesn't, oh, well, the U.S. is so much better than any other country. This is my favorite country. God loves everyone equally. There's a saying by Saint Gavrila, Mother Gavrila, that used to say, that she said, God loves your enemy as much as he loves you. And we have to remember that God loves all his people, all his creation. And he wants to be with them. He wants them to come through their own will, choose God and have a relationship with him. So, although we have done exceptional things, so have other countries. And our country is just another country on the globe. Yes, we have a very good constitution, that some other countries don't have. But we, the people, are equal to all the other people on the planet. And that doesn't make us any less than what we are. And so that's what I had to share with you for today. And, share your thoughts. Do you think what Donald Trump said is a good way to go about speaking with these countries about the dollar, the American dollar? Do you think we should go to the gold standard? Do you think that every country is equal to us, that there's no exceptionalism as a favorite country to God? You can leave your comments in the comment section below this video. If you liked this, like my videos, if you like my content, please follow my videos, my channel through an Orthodox Christian lens, and like my videos. Have a great evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Have a good one. God bless.